Hello, skateboarders. Welcome to TSM Live Show, Season 9, Episode 5. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. This episode's guests are Flores, Brendan O'Connor, and musical guest, Dirección. You guys ready to get this show started? Let's do this.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
What's up, Issa? How you doing?
How you doing today?
How was your drive up?
It was a little long, but it was good. I drive fast, so.
Like 80 miles per hour?
Yeah, like maybe 100, something like that.
Hell yeah. Do you have the windows down, blaring music?
Yeah, blaring music always.
What song?
I was blasting Childish Gambino.
Oh, what?
Bonfire, his old Campfire album.
That's sick.
Gets me hyped.
You're like, fuck yeah. That's cool. And then did you grow up in San Diego or did you grow up somewhere else?
Yeah, I grew up in San Diego. I've lived in San Diego my whole life. I honestly feel so lucky to have grown up here. The skate community is so good. Like, there's such a big community here. I have a friend, her name is Hannah. She runs a grip tape company, and she's always hosting like ladies' nights, so like girls can get together and skate together, and it's in a good like safe space, you know.
That's awesome. And what were you doing before you started skateboarding?
Before I started skating, I grew up doing gymnastics, and I've done gymnastics my whole life. Yeah, my parents actually met in the circus, which is crazy.
Hold on, rewind. In the circus?
Yeah.
So were they like clowns or were they?
No, they were acrobats. So my mom does like aerial silks. They do like acrobatics. They were in Cirque du Soleil. They performed at SeaWorld and also Legoland.
What? Yeah,
my mom actually performed while like she was pregnant with me.
No way.
Just crazy.
So did you learn some of the skills from her or what?
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot of the skills from her. She does mostly like aerial silks, stuff like that. So like you're hanging from like this big like piece of cloth from the ceiling, and you're just like doing like tricks and drops.
So is that one where you see where people fall down and they twirl back up and everything?
Yeah.
Dude, that's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
And what'd your dad do in circus?
He does gymnastics. He's a gymnastics coach, like trampoline and tumbling. He does all of that. And then he's a really good tumbler. He almost went to the Olympics for gymnastics when he was younger.
What? That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's cool to have parents like that, you know, like, because that influences you more.
Yeah, it influences me to be like more active and like, you know, do something outside of the box. I also was a gymnastics coach growing up, so that was like a good thing for me to like, you know, learn with the kids. It's like a rewarding experience to like, you know, like teach children like not only like skills, but like, you know, things that they can take with them like throughout their entire life, like life lessons and stuff like that.
That's awesome. And so when did you make the transfer from gymnastics to skateboarding?
Well, so I started working super young because I was working for my parents at the gymnasium. And my dad was like, oh, like, so what do you basically want to be able to get yourself over here to the gym? Because I lived really close, so I could like bike there. And he's like, do you want a bike? You want a scooter? Do you want a skateboard? And I was like, oh, I want a fucking skateboard. And he's like, wait, you can't skateboard. You're a girl. Girls don't skateboard. I was like, you know what? That made me want to start skating because everybody was like, oh my gosh, you can't skateboard because you're a girl. And I'm like, you know what? Now that you said that, I want to do it. You know?
So that's what pushed you to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Because people couldn't tell you what you couldn't do.
Yeah, like I just love to prove people wrong, you know?
And so have your skateboarding been proving people wrong?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
I love going to the skate park and be like, oh my God, you fucking rib, like, holy shit. I'm like, thank you so much. Or like going to the skate park and having like little girls be like, oh my God, you're so cool. Can you teach me how to drop in? And then I do, and it's really nice, you know, like
that's awesome.
To inspire people.
And do you feel like gymnastics has helped out your skateboard skills?
Yeah, I for sure feel like gymnastics has helped out my skateboard skills. Like I probably wouldn't be able to balance as well as I do, you know, and it keeps me active, like in shape, you know, and I'm like grew up doing gymnastics, so like I like need to do something active or else I feel like I'm gonna go crazy. So this is a good outlet because gymnastics is like a sport where it's like you have to do everything a certain type of way, but skateboarding is like you can do whatever you want and you can be creative and you can make up your own shit and you just go with the flow.
And does gymnastics teach you how to fall?
Yeah, gymnastics did teach me how to fall. Like I did gymnastics like in parkour, so like when I fall downstairs and stuff, I'll roll out. And it's just like honestly a big part of skateboarding is just knowing how to fall without hurting yourself, like minimum damage, you know?
Okay. And do you remember one of your first skateboard?
Yeah, my first skateboard, I got it because my sister threw a house party and then some guy left his skateboard and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is going to be mine now. So I skated like this fucking board for like a few months and it had like the worst fucking razor tail and it was all chipped and the grip tape was coming off. But then one day at the skate park, there was this, it was funny. There was this guy, he gave me his old skateboard and he was a little bit smaller and because he was the only person who had like the same board size as me because I started skating at 7'7"
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you're what? How tall are you?
I am 5 foot tall.
Damn, so you're riding 7'5". Holy
yeah,
shit.
people would always tell me, oh my God, you're riding a tech.
And so what size board are you riding now?
I ride 825 now.
Okay.
I had to size up because, you know, I don't know. It's just a lot easier because I like to skate both like transition and street. Obviously, I like to prefer the streets. And it's easier to, you know, like go downstairs when you have a bigger landing space too.
That's awesome. And then do you feel like skateboarding as a woman skater, do you feel like people more respecting you now as a woman skater?
I feel like for sure, like people respect me more now and I feel more welcomed everywhere I go. It definitely wasn't like that when I first started skating, but I'm not mad about it because it definitely gave me motivation to be better and like because I wanted to prove everyone wrong, you know?
Oh yeah, you gotta prove everybody wrong, man.
Yeah.
And you gave us this edit. Tell us about this edit we're about to watch.
Yeah, so I put together an edit of all like my favorite clips. I've also been going out into the streets a little bit.
Okay.
Some of the clips are filmed by my good friend from high school. Like we grew up skating together and he like films and shit. So I'm like, oh, like you should totally just like take some videos of me too.
That's awesome. You ready to show the world?
Yeah, I'm ready to show the world.
There you go. Here's Isa's Flores' edit right here. Let's check it out.
All that for a cigarette. They only had one.
Short emo girl eats shit over and over and over again.
Dude, that was a dope little edit, man.
Thank you.
I like that, man. And what'd you like about it, about that footage?
Honestly, I really like to see like my progression as I've like grown as a person, you know, and like my style has developed and I've been more comfortable on my board. Like I feel like the more comfortable I get on my board, like the more comfortable I feel with myself, you know, because I feel like growing up skating has like become a big part of me. And you know, it's a really good community. I've been starting to hang around Slappy's Garage more, and you know, like I feel like they're like one of the first people to like actually like accept me like as a skateboarder and like have me like be involved like as like a part of the crew or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because like growing up, it's it kind of felt like I was being left out because I was a girl, you know, but it hasn't been feeling like that lately, you know, like
That's awesome.
there's a really good community down there and they always make me feel included.
Okay.
And yeah.
And you say you skate park. Which one you like better, skate park or street?
Oh, definitely streets.
Really? Why's
Yeah,
that?
it's so much more interesting, like, and the danger. Also, like, you don't get snaked as much at a street spot than you do at the skate park. Like, yeah, like maybe you'll have to like watch for cars sometimes, but it's not like, you know,
Like a
there's
skate-
fucking 20 scooter kids at the park going in a line around the skate park.
Yeah, that is true. That definitely is true. And then a couple more questions. Do you have any sponsors or anybody like hooking you up or anything? Or?
Yeah, so I am getting hooked up by Slappy's Garage.
Okay.
Yeah, they welcomed me to like their little posse. Yeah.
Well,
so-
congratulations.
Yeah. It's a really good team. They're all so supportive and like, you know, they like make me feel at home, you know? Also, Bitch and Grip, my friend Hannah, she runs a Bitch and Grip company. She's the one who organizes ladies' nights and tries to get girls to come together and like a skating community together.
Okay.
I love Hannah. She's really inspiring. And
That's awesome.
I love that she likes to bring people together and like encourage good behavior all the time. You
That's
know?
awesome. That's good to have that positive energy around
Yeah.
you, you know, because you have that, it helps you out more in life. And
Yeah, it
also-
can really like make or break like a sesh too. Like,
Yeah. Because you've got somebody negative and you're like, dude, this sucks.
yeah, damn, bro. Like, why you gotta be such a bummer?
Exactly. And then one last question. What can you say to any of the upcoming skaters that want to be where you're at right now?
Just don't give up, follow your dreams, and you know, don't let other people control you because like fuck that, bro. Be who you want to be and don't let anybody else control that. Because people will love you if you are who you are instead of pretending to be somebody you're not. And that's where you're gonna find the best people.
So you hear that. Don't listen to anybody, be you.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, so thank you so much for coming on, and you're ready to check out I messed it up. Sin Dirección.
Sin Dirección.
There you go.
I'm a nut. I'm a nut. My life don't ever get in a rut.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Definitely. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about you. Your, each one of you guys, your names, and what you perform with.
Absolutely. My name is Gustavo. I do the vocals.
My name is Richard and I play guitar.
Name is Chris, and I play the bass.
My name is Albert James. I play the drums.
Okay. And so, how did y'all meet?
Well, first Chris and I, we know each other. We train jiu-jitsu together, so that's how we met. And at first, there were another band members in the band, but they little by little couldn't make it to keep performing, you know. So Chris, he was there. He wanted to play, you know. So we start. He took the role as a bassist in the band, but then later on, the rest of the members couldn't make it. So Rich hit the band up through in Instagram, you know, and. We have a mutual friend, so I called him. Hey man, let's go. Start playing guitar with us. And then he brought Albert into the band, and that's how we formed this new lineup of the band. You know.
And how did you come up with the name?
Well, Sin Dirección comes from the band from Bad Religion has a song called No Direction. That was my first introduction into punk rock was that song. Before that, for me, punk rock was like, I don't know, the mohawk and just a fashion type of thing, not actual music. I was like 13 years old, you know, back in Peru. So I didn't know too much about punk rock until I listened to that song. It's like, damn, they're talking to me, and it was fast and it was direct, you know. So that's my introduction into punk, and since that age, I want to have a band that is called like that, No Direction, you know. So Sin Dirección en español.
Definitely.
Right?
And you?
My introduction, or
Yeah, like how'd you get involved?
yeah, like he said, we had mutual friend. And the mutual friend let me know, was like, hey, my professor's in this punk band, like you should check it out, because he knew I was into music and stuff. I've been playing for a while. I followed the band and they were doing all of these punk songs in Spanish, and at that time when I heard about him, I was in a Ramones cover band. So I was like, oh, this would be cool to follow, because you know I'm trying to get more into the Ramones vibe. I was never really into punk music, but I just again wanted to get into the world of it. So yeah, I followed him, and then he was looking for a drummer at one point. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'll try drums. And I tried to play the songs and I couldn't. I was just too fast. I'm not a drummer, but I told him, I was like, you know what? I just want to focus on guitar. So if you ever need a guitar player, hit me up. And then sure enough, he hit me up. And then I feel like we needed like a real strong drummer. So I hit up the strongest drummer I know, and that was Albert. And our first interaction was real funny because we were he's like, yeah, bring him in next time, show him the songs, and we'll see if we can play them. I didn't tell Albert that. I just kind of was like, yeah, come meet him, feel the vibe. And then here's the songs, by the way. And he's like, oh, I thought we were just going to hang out. I was like, well, we're going to rehearsal.
Oh, he had that beers in his hand, a joint in the hand. He's like, let's go.
And so he gets in there and we're just talking. And right away, he vibed with everyone. Because, you know, I like to think we're all sweeties at heart, you know. So we're just all real kind and cool, awesome people, I feel like. And yeah, you really are, man. And
deep inside,
behind all the dust and dirt, you know. Yeah, so then Albert's like, all right, well, let's play. And you know, he's a true professional musician, and I say that lightly because he really is a true musician. And so as soon as we started playing, he fit right in. He elevated the band like to a whole other level, and we got him locked in like a pit bull because like we can't let him go now.
So his nickname's the Pit Bull, right?
Now it is.
And what about you? So when they asked you to be part of this, how all
that started was, well, by the way, Gustavo, he's a jiu-jitsu professor, and one day we were training, and the bass player he had was actually trying to leave the band. He had some other things he had to do. And we were just talking, and he goes, hey, you know, I have a show at this venue. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I've been there before. I played there before. He goes, what do you mean you played? I was like, yeah, dude, but that was like 20 years ago when I was a kid, man. Like, I haven't played that. It's been a long time, man. He's like, well, why didn't you ever tell me you played? I was like, I didn't know. And anyways, I played guitar. He goes, look, I need a bass player. Here's a bass. Here's the songs. Learn them. You're gonna do it, okay? And I was like, wait, what, dude? Like, I no word, no, yeah, you're gonna do it. Like, fine. And that's pretty much how I got into the band. And it's just been really rad playing shows, especially like the whole lineup we got right now. Like, feel like we're very solid.
And now you, the nickname Pitbull.
I never heard of that actually. Well, thank you guys. You know, take that as a compliment. But yeah, me and Richard, he's just being modest too. He's actually a really, he's got a really amazing work ethic as a professional musician too, I would say. You know, and I've been in so many projects with him. So one day, like, you know, he just texted me, you know, out of nowhere. It's like, hey, I know you're busy, but would you like to play in a skate punk band? And I'm like, send me links, you know. And then he sent me the Spotify. I was like, oh, these guys are pretty good, you know. It was a different lineup at the time, but the recording was like, you know, I could hear that the band is actually going in the direction that, you know, that I like. So I told Richard, sign me up. And then we jam, you know, and then, I guess they like my style. They said, like, you know, they never play this fast. You know, I remember Richard said, like, you know, I never took off my my hoodie with the other drummer, and like, not this with the other drummer, but no disrespect. But then, like, you know, with you, I feel like it's got so much energy now. Maybe that's the name Pitbull came. Albert James the Pitbull. And that's it. Yeah, these guys are really amazing. I mean, they not only, like, you know, great musicians, you know, they also good friends. You know, we hang out, you know, and that's it. Yeah.
And what inspires you to play drums?
Oh, okay. So that went back about like you know, 20 years ago. I guess I always wanted to, like, since I was a kid, every time I hear a song, I always like listen to the drum first. Then I would just bang on the table and stuff. Yeah, I would get in trouble in school too. I would just bang on the drums. I grew up in, you know, in Asia. Yeah. So like banging on the table, you know, principal would come in like, you know, hey, you're not supposed to do that, you know. And then I asked my mom, you know, to get me a drum set. But, you know, in Asia, like when you live in a house, it's so hard to have to make so much noise, you know. So then I picked up guitar first. Yeah. I actually have an associate degree in guitar, and then I went to school for drums. And I have a master's degree in percussion. and that's how I become like serious with like, you know, drums and stuff. Yeah,
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah, thank you. Yeah,
That's awesome.
So-
And you for bass?
What about it?
Like,
I'm not.
I mean, I know you told a little story about it, been 20 years, but what got you into it?
Well, I mean, I grew up listening to punk rock when I was a little kid, dude. And like old school '77, like old like Circle Jerks and even
Dead
Bad
Milkman.
Brains. Yeah, dude, like
Yeah.
that's like the stuff that I grew up with, and I got into it. Well, I mean, I kind of giving them a hard time right now, but I love the vibe and I love the lyrics. Like a lot of it, it's just talking about yourself. I'm like, I don't want to fit this. I don't want to fit that. Like, forget the line in the sound. Like, forget the line. Like, just be yourself. And that's what I dig the most about it. And so, I guess that kind of answers that question.
Introduced to bass guitar.
Oh, how? Yeah. By him, dude. I play guitar. I was telling you, like, you just said you're gonna do it. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because the bass is about that time. I was about to leave the band, you know. So I bought a bass on Craigslist. No, it was one of the websites, you know. I just found OfferUp, yeah, exactly, and super cheap bass. And then I said, like, you know what, I'm gonna play bass now. But playing and singing is kind of hard for me, you know. So I needed someone to play the bass. And when I found out, like, man, I know him for years. You know, he never told me he played bass. Like, dude.
Bass, bro.
Well, but guitar, yes, guitar, dude. You can play, you know, guitar, you know, play bass, dude. You know. So that's when I told, hey, dude, you have a bass. I have my amp. Go and practice, dude. You got it. I just give him the numbers of each fret and the chords and everything, you know. So go ahead, man. And
He picked it up.
he picked it up pretty quick, yeah. And he plays good guitar too, you know. I think better than me, you know. So yeah, you know.
And what got you into guitar?
I mean, my dad, when I was a kid, he's like wedding band, playing like quinceañeras, weddings. You know, he'll do like cumbias, romanticos they call them, and all of that. So, and then he had an old guitar I would pick up and learn to play. And yeah, that's kind of like what sparked my interest in it. And these last few years, I gotten really heavy into it. This guy actually got me back into school because I seen how great he is doing and how well it served him. I returned to school for music stuff, and I'm studying guitar stuff too now.
Congratulations.
But like the music I grew up on was all hip hop and oldies. Like you mentioned Snoop Dogg before we started recording. That's like my favorite artist. You know, so I'm a huge hip hop head. At least like early 2000s, 90s and stuff. You know,
not the new stuff.
Not the trap stuff. I mean, you know, there's a banger here and there, but
there is.
you know,
but it's not what you want to listen to.
Yeah. And then in my high school, I started listening to like more rock stuff, Linkin Park, Metallica, stuff like that. And yeah, but I've always been
that's some good choices right there. Linkin Park.
Oh
Metallica,
yeah,
that's definitely good
for
support.
sure. Yeah, definitely not the punk stuff like these guys did. I think the most punk I ever did, which kind of a shame to say, is like Green Day, right? I mean, their early stuff was pretty punk. Or
The 90s. The 90s was.
Yeah. 90s punk, exactly. 90s pop punk, right? Yeah.
But you know Beastie Boys used to be a punk.
Oh yeah,
Big-
yeah. And I love them too. Yeah, Beastie Boys are sick.
They start off as a punk band.
Yeah. Even or like, you know, Run DMC when they did that collab with Aerosmith and stuff, like, you know, so that's where all my influences lie, and that's kind of how I just kept learning guitar and stuff, you know. Kept it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you for vocals?
I don't know. I like guitar, you know, in general. Yeah, but I think then I discovered punk rock, and it was so philosophical for me. Punk rock, it's about the individual. It's about not questioning group mentality. You know, that's what punk rock it is for me. It's question group mentality. You know, so I study psychology. You know, and but I never work as a psychologist. You know, I study psychology, but I always like the philosophical part of it and the idea of the individual questioning their own mindset. You know.
Okay.
So it's like, man, how can I express what I learned or the aspect of philosophy that I learned in life, you know? And it's like, man, through music, you know, that's when I realized, just learn punk. You love punk rock, learn the chords, you know, learn to, you know, ensemble a song, you know, and then express what you want to express, you know? So pretty much all the songs are based on a book that I'm reading.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of them. and just try to express what I learned and what I think it is punk rock for me, and it's a natural part of the individual of try to question group mentality, you know.
Yeah.
So just not be a simple follower. Sometimes it's good to follow if the idea is good, you know.
We
but
follow you.
right? But I mean, it's good. But yeah, you criticize me all the time. No, okay, no, but it's like,
Well,
hey,
that's why
dude.
they call you the professor,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. but I mean, like, you know, hey, dude, you know, change this, maybe do that. You know? But that's the idea, you know, like it's a back and forward between
Yeah.
following and also being a leader on your own, you know, your own mind, you know. So that's what I guess. And then when you write it, you want to sing it, you know. So
Yeah.
that's what it is for me, expressing what I learn and try to share it and express it for myself too, a little bit too. You know?
Yeah, definitely,
So
definitely.
that's-
And you guys got a song you guys gonna perform for us. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the song is Donde. Donde means where in you know, in Spanish, and it's about like the pursuit of a better world, but through rationale, through scientific understanding of the world, through the pursuit of truth, you know, and not try to you know, this moral relativism that we try not to say, like, oh, we cannot say that that's bad, even though you know that it's bad, but just because you don't want to be labeled as one thing or the other, you know.
Yeah.
So it's an idea of criticizing moral relativism and try to, hey, dude, let's pursue the truth. Which way of life can improve the life of more people than other way of life, you know, and try to just pursue the truth, you know. And that's how we can try, not in a perfect way, but in a way try to find that golden hill, you know. So that's the idea of Donde. Where is that pursuit of truth beyond that group mentality, beyond that moral relativism? So that's the first verse on the song is your moral relativism, you know, is messing us up, you know. So that's the first verse. So
You guys ready to perform?
hell yeah, we are.
There you go. All right, guys, here it is. Sin Dirección, right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
First in Dirección, this song is called Donde.
Dude, that was a dope song, guys. I like that, man.
I'm tired.
There you go.
Thank you, appreciate that.
And I like the fact that like it's y'all sung in Spanish. That's pretty rad, dude. So like, is it hard? Like, just curiosity. Like, is it hard to do that? Like, sing like have like a full song and stuff like that in Spanish and stuff like that, or is it like more to? What I mean is like, you know, have everybody on the same page to make sure everything goes good together. Is it hard for you guys?
Oh, that's
what I meant to say.
No, absolutely. That's a good question. Of course, I was born in Peru. My first language is Spanish. You know, I came here in 09. You know, but so so later on, but what makes it easy to sing in Spanish is because of them, that because everybody feels that the sound of the Spanish lyrics, that is not just something very shallow, so it's something meaningful, but especially in Spanish, kind of, not triggers, but pushes the listener into like, hey man, this is not, this guy's talking about something interesting, and let's just, man, we live in a world so easy to just find out what it means. Just go put in Instagram, put translate, and then you will see what it means, So it's right there, But they make them easier, because they believe in the sound, in the music and the message, and the Spanish aspect of it makes a sound that makes it very particular, very unique. And but I would like to listen for them.
Yeah, can I say something? Sorry, I'm a chatterbox sometimes, but like, I think to reflect back on your question about like being able to sing it, because it's punk music. From a musical perspective, punk music, especially like the music that they listen to, the syllables kind of land a certain way for punk rock music, right? And there's common words in the genre from what I've been seeing. So because I'm a Spanish speaker as well, but I'm not as fluent as him, that's for sure, or him. And so it kind of is difficult for me to understand. And we've actually like had talks about where things should land, because the language is and with punk rock rhythms behind it, the syllables don't really land the same. And I could be wrong about this, but I've noticed that where it's like, maybe you should rush this part to get it to land better, or maybe like maybe you slow down there, or when he hits that, it hits that word, you know what I mean? In that sense, there is a level or degree of challenge, and I'm not sure if that's what you meant by it, but
no, that's what I meant. Like, because don't get me wrong, it's fucking amazing. Like, I love listening to it. Like your albums, your singles, and everything. Because it's like, I might not understand it, but it flows. To me, it's all about the instruments and everything, and it just flows with it. And I think it's amazing what you guys do, and that's what the question was.
There's definitely a different rhythm, a new flavor that this sound brings, for sure. That's what really attracted me to it, and I think Albert too, because we kind of, again, I speak Spanish, but I have a hard time understanding, because I had to like process the word in my head before. I'm a native English speaker, and I think the same goes for Albert. Like, we gotta like listen carefully for it, and just in this genre, you kind of expect a different kind of lyricism to be used, and when it's in Spanish and the syllables are like landing kind of odd, I guess you would say, if you're not familiar with it. It definitely draws you in closer.
I think it's amazing. I mean, I wish I could do that.
It's interesting because in English, like usually the accent of the word is usually in the first syllable, right? Like whichever it is always in the first syllable. In Spanish, you have first, second, or third syllable. So sometimes you have to time the word so the right accent, times that moment that he strings in the guitar, or the verse start, or the riff.
It's all about
starts.
the timing.
It's a lot about the timing.
And I think that's a lot of respect to you guys. You
gotta start the verse a little bit earlier so you can land it quick. So it's fun. It's fun.
You got anything to add to that? I feel like you got something to say, Albert.
Oh no, actually. Oh well, if I were to say something, actually, I do think it's cool. That's what got me into this band. Actually, when I listen to the songs, it's all in Spanish. I'm like, man, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I do speak, enough Spanish to cuss these guys out.
You gotta do the Asian one.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I speak Indonesian. That's my native language, and some words, pretty similar to Spanish. So I can relate. How like the stressing on the syllables and stuff like that. Plus, like he just sounds cool, and singing in Spanish. I'm like, like you said, I wish I could understand every single word, but then that kind of got me interested in like reading the lyrics. Okay, what is he saying here? Let me just read it. And then he got lyrics in both Spanish and English. So then I can kind of like in a way, I'm kind of learning something too, you know, like learning the Spanish. So I don't only like just like press the C translation on Instagram. I actually do read the lyrics both in Spanish and English, and I think it just sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Gustavo writes smart lyrics, so it's not just like, it's like he reads so many books, like, you know, I think like, I don't know how many books that you've read, but you
600 a day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So yeah. So his style of writing is it's kind of like kind of poetic. My favorite band of all time is Fugazi. So Ian MacKaye is like my favorite you know, songwriter of all time, and the way he writes, you know, kind of reminds me of Gustavo's style of writing. So yeah, so I do agree. I think sing all the songs in Spanish, it just not only just sounds cool, but I think it has more of an impact, I guess I would say, you know. It's just like, you know, because this guy, like the people want us hear, okay, what is he actually saying? And then they actually go online to look at the lyrics, you know.
Dirección Punk.
Exactly.
Check it out. Yeah.
And then two more questions. Where can people find you guys at? Do you have a platform? Do you have a website? Where can people find you guys at?
Yeah, we have certainly we use the most our Instagram account, Sin Dirección Punk. No, that's one, and our email is sindireccionpunk@gmail.com. And you can find us on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, etc. You can find us everywhere. And now we're in the process of recording an EP that will be released next year. We're gonna release some singles of that EP, but yeah, we already recorded the guitars and the bass lines. Now we're gonna record this Wednesday. We're gonna record the drums and the vocals.
Okay.
So we're gonna be 6 songs EP. Whenever we issue some old songs, but 6 new songs.
Okay.
And
recorded new too. The old songs are like they have a fresh new sound, especially with Albert.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. We're gonna try to record all the songs, re-record them, you know. But for the moment we recorded 3 right now. Yeah, we're gonna record the drums of those all 3 songs, but also the 6 new songs. And the name of the EP is gonna go Primate Narcisista, or Narcissist Primate. And it's just a look about human nature, you know. So it's all about that. Yeah, man.
And then the last question: what can you say? This is to each one of you guys. What can you say to the upcoming musicians that want to be where you guys are at right now?
Man, I hate to say it, but Nike got it already. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it, dude. Just do it, dude.
Nike got it already.
Nike got it, but it is true, dude.
Someone gave me advice, and I thought it was really great. Don't do it. Don't do anything. And I think that's good advice, because if you truly want it, fuck what I said, you're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, just do it and don't stop. No matter how many times you screw up or it sounds like crap, just keep on doing it.
Yeah. I think if it seems forced, just don't do it, and always invest in yourself. And that's what I always tell
there
people.
You go.
Yeah.
Hear that? Don't do it. Do it. Fuck it. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Take your time. You're the best.
Definitely. Then come on. And coming up, stick around, because coming up, we got Brendan O'Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, homie? How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
We finally got you on.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be here, dude.
I mean,
Thank you.
what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, it's been like that. I'm happy it's finally happening, dude. Let's do this. I'm
Definitely.
stoked.
And how was your drive up?
Drive up was mellow. Same thing as Issa, man. We were cruising 100 miles an hour, listening to some DMX and stuff. You know,
Oh, yeah.
keep the vibes going.
What
Got some scratchers. Always party up, dude. Party up, guys. It gets you going. But yeah, him, some Lil Wayne, just get the vibes right. I got the homie David with me on the way up, so we got the vibes kicking. Make sure you're in a good mood going into something like this, so you can really give it your energy, you know?
100%.
Heck yeah.
And so you grew up in Massachusetts. What part?
Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
So it's Western Massachusetts. Theory Skate Shop is the ones that held me down.
I know
those
Theory.
dudes. Yep. They had an indoor skate park called Junction Skate Park that opened about like a year after I started skating. So with the winters and everything like that, to have that place like less than 10 minutes away from my house, it turned into like my new house. I was there all day, every day, did skate lessons, you know, as a camper, and then eventually over the years became the counselor and started working there, and it has been a dream. But yeah, Western Massachusetts, dude, born and bred.
Now, I grew up in Fitchburg, Massachusetts.
Oh, sick.
I only lived there for like not even a year. I was like just born. Then we moved out to Florida.
That's good. Dude,
So I don't even remember.
The weather's brutal, man. You that's good.
So I just tell people I'm from Florida.
Yeah, there you go. It's respect.
It's way easier, you know?
Yeah.
And then, so what got you into skateboarding?
So I already had I had a, BMX, the scooter, rollerblades, skateboard, like toy store board, whatever. And I didn't really have too many kids in the neighborhood. And these two kids moved in down the street. It was my friend Tom Kirby and Mike Grillo. And they both had pro skateboards, and their dad was a carpenter, so they had some ramps and stuff. So I was just stoked to have kids in the neighborhood, and I brought my skateboard down and linked up with them, and then whatever. And then after we all did everything, we all did the biking, the scootering, everything. I think I might have been the only one rollerblading.
Oh, you're a fruit booter?
I was a fruit booter for a little bit, man. My thing was, I just loved the putting your body on the line. Like I've always liked it since I was a kid. So I had the rollerblades and that shit. I could just go really fast and jump off jumps. Same thing with the bike. But there was something about skateboarding that really clicked. And that was the main one that they were into as well. But that one stuck. Out of doing them all like auto rocket, dude, I was doing everything. And something about skateboarding just was like, this is different. The community, the people you meet, like the process of learning tricks.
Yeah. So
having the kids in the neighborhood and then just noticing that skateboarding was picking up, I definitely didn't know I was going to do it for the rest of my life. But I knew that it was my favorite out of all of them. So I threw everything else out, and I've been skateboarding nonstop since I was 11.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been my whole life. I ditched everything else.
So you're like, all right, we're fruit booters. You're out of here.
Yeah, everything's out, man.
You're done, dude.
I think I can still do a solid 360 on a fruit boot. Dude. I think I got one.
All right, you hear that?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We're gonna check that out. And then, do you remember your first skateboard?
Yeah, hell yeah. So obviously I had the toy store ones, multiple of those. And then I ended up getting my first board at Theory. And obviously, we were all playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and shit.
Yeah.
So my favorite skateboarder, and it was because of the footage at the end of the game, every pro gets their footage. So Jamie Thomas and Jeff Rowley were my two favorites. So I went into Theory and I bought a Jeff Rowley flip board. It's a new wave board, and he's just on the bottom like this.
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere, but I'm trying to find another one to hang on my wall. But I will remember that board forever, and the experience and just being in the shop surrounded by all these brands and these dudes who just love skateboarding. And it's I'll never forget it, dude. And it's cool to be able to give that experience to kids these days as lappies. So
yeah, definitely it's true. Cause I mean, that's how I grew up with, back east in Florida, was a skate shop called Beast Plus. Now it's called Plus Skate Shop.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So I grew up with that. And so that's what the exact same thing. You walk in the shop, the owner, the boards, and the owner sometimes will give you a deal on the side, this and that.
It's the best,
It is,
You can't run into much that gives you that feeling, dude. And I always tell the kids too, when they come into the shop, I'm like, you're going to remember this day forever.
Oh, 100%.
You're going to remember your first board. Not many people can talk about their second board.
No.
But the first board sticks no matter what. You always remember it. No matter how much time goes by, you can bring yourself back to that first board.
That's true.
And it's the one that really started it all, dude. I just remember being having that board and it feeling so crispy, and the real pro trucks on it and the wheels, and just compared to the toy store boards, it the progression rate went up tenfold. I was able to just really learn my tricks. So it's been incredible since. And Jeff Rowley still has pro boards, dude. I still get to see him on the wall.
Toy machine.
Yeah, I'm like, this is sick, dude. I love this, man.
No, that's rad. And so when you what made you decide to, I know the weather, but what finally made you decide to move from Massachusetts to California? I mean, it must have been a big culture shock from going from both to both.
For sure. Well, over the years, anybody who comes from the East Coast, at some point, everybody has the California dreaming thing. At some point, if you really know that you want to do this skateboarding thing forever, it's damn near impossible to fully keep it going on the East Coast. You can do it, but it's tough. You can only skate 30-40% of the year. So I started doing trips out to the West Coast. So I would stay with like Dave Baczynski and the homie Cody and all this stuff out in LA. And I would just buy one-way flight, and I would come back to Massachusetts when the snow was gone.
Okay.
But I started planting the seed out there a little bit, and just kind of being like, it took me a lot longer because I was like heavy drinking, always coming up with excuses why I wouldn't move out and like whatever. And eventually it got that indoor park I was talking about in the beginning, that one closed. So after the doors closed, that was like, kind of, all right, I got to get out of here. Because I knew, like, I haven't had, when I say all in on skateboarding, my eggs have always been in one basket.
Yeah.
It's always been skateboarding. So I knew I had to come out here, and better late than never. I think I moved out here when I was 27.
Okay.
And again, all eggs in one basket. I didn't know if it was going to work out or not, but I was like, I have to try. And I got extremely lucky. A lot of people having my back and supporting me, and Slappy's hiring me and everything. It's like, I couldn't have planned on this being any better, dude. It's the best shit ever.
And do you ever think about, if you weren't skateboarding, what your life would be like in Massachusetts?
You want me to be honest? I think I would be dead.
Really?
I think I would be dead.
Really? Why do you say that?
Because the people I hung out with outside of skateboarding, it was partying, it was drugs, pills, you know, most of them aren't here anymore. You know what I mean? And just looking at that friend group kind of started to deplete, you know, and those, like I said, those are the ones that didn't ride skateboards. Those are the high school homies or whatever. And yeah, I don't think I would be here. I don't know what else I would do.
So basically skateboarding saved your life.
100%. It fucked my life up for a while, but it saved the shit out of it too. So
it got you here.
I truly do believe, I don't, it's depressing as it sounds, I don't think I would be here without skateboarding. So shout out skateboarding times 10.
There you go. Hear that? Skateboarding does save lives.
Stick with it, baby. It's the best thing in the world, I'm telling you.
And so what's your life like now in San Diego, dude?
Incredible, dude. Better than I could have pictured it being in it. And it was pretty quick, you know. I just kind of came out, and just like Issa said earlier, be yourself and just, you know, be you. Don't try to pretend to be anybody else. And, you know, when I was younger, I think I got caught up doing that, trying to be somebody that I wasn't or whatever. And then slowly started to realize, like, I think I could do all right just being my damn self. And I came out here, and it was like a fresh start. You know, you got no past, nobody who knows how big of a shithead I was when I was a kid or whatever. And I was able to start fresh. And then I got the offer to work at Slappy's Garage, and, you know, kind of had to feel it out. Started slow. And, you know, now I'm working there full time, and I love those dudes. Shout out Jason Carney, Ed, DG, everybody at Slappy's, dude. You guys are helping my dreams come true. And every day out here is another day of living my dream. And I can't be more thankful for this shit. It's the best thing in the world, dude. I love it.
And you gave us this edit. Tell us about this edit we're about to watch.
Yeah, so the edit, we were gonna, once you mentioned throwing something out, I was thinking of doing old and new footage, and then me and Danny Goicolea, who's DG Films, we sat down at the laptop, started putting footage together that I've gotten since I met him 8 years ago, all the way up to now.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like 2 minutes, and I was like, let's just use your footage, like, because you're the main filmer I had out here. Like, all the footage that I had in the beginning of being out here was either Brian Hance really early on, and then Danny Goicolea, and we did a bunch of Mexico trips together, and we just been all over the place together. And DG is that's my dude. That's one of my favorite people out there, honestly. Shout out Danny, because you're the man. I appreciate everything you've done for me. So the whole edit's all filmed by Danny, and I figured I'd just keep it as that.
So ready to show everybody?
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Brandon O'Connor's edit right here. Let's check it out.
Sick.
Girl Squad.
It's a dope little edit, dude.
Thank you.
I like that, man.
Hell yeah.
So all those tricks and everything from old footage, a little bit new footage. What was your favorite thing about it? Or putting it all together, filming it, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think, dude, a good chunk of it's down in Mexico, between Tijuana and Mexicali, that's where DG's from. He grew up in like Calexico and Mexicali, and first couple trips down there were kind of just to visit his homies and his mom and stuff. And all the spots are incredible, dude. Like every time I go down to Mexico, it's like 3 or 4 clips, and everybody's the same. Like the architecture of the buildings and the spots, everything just stands out so much, and there's spots everywhere. So I think my favorite part about all the footage is just those trips in Mexico, dude. It's the best thing in the world. I love it. Everybody's so welcoming down there, and just like makes you feel at home. And the skate culture is just so excited, and it's just the best shit.
And what's your favorite food to eat down there?
Dude, tacos all day. Tacos. So it started with the tacos, but I found the adobada, where they like kind of shave it off and the thing spinning right into the taco, dude, just straight from a truck. Like, it's the best, dude.
So you hear that? When you go to Mexico, that's what you want to get.
And then if you want to spice it up a little bit, just get a torta. Una torta de adobada con todo, por favor. That's it. With everything on that, dude. It's going to be... I have not had food down there that I didn't absolutely love. You can't get bad food down there. So no matter what you order, you're going to be stoked.
Yeah.
Get down there. Get yourself some tacos.
You hear that? Go down there.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dog.
And so you wrote for a company called Hoodlum. And things changed, and now you write for another company. So tell us how that whole thing worked out.
Yeah, so Hoodlum for me, when I was a little kid, I've always been about local, like, just smaller brands. And there were some of my favorite skateboarders and the local pros at the shop rode for Hoodlum. So I, in school, I used to write HDLM on my books and all that stuff. So when the opportunity to ride for Hoodlum came up, I was tripping out and just crazy to be going on the trips with them. And then kind of became like his right-hand man, I guess, a little bit, helping him out with the brand, team manager type thing. And then he turned me pro, which was like, I'm over the moon on that. Like that was, that was my dream company. So the fact that he had my name on one of those boards was always a dream. And my friend Kai Reeler was pro for Hoodlum at the same time as me. So I had a quick stint where I went from Hoodlum Skateboards to Stress Skateboards. That was Brent Pirtle and Eric Liero. Those dudes took really good care of me. We did some rad trips. But, they kind of hung it up. They got busy life, so it's hard to do a little bit of everything. So they ended up kind of closing the doors on the brand a little bit. And really shortly after, Kai had heard that Stress was going under, and he was like, do you want to ride for my brand? He's like, I'm rebranding, calling it City Hall. So, yeah, that's this guy here. And Kai is the shit, and he's in it for the love. He's been doing this his whole life. I've been doing it my whole life. So the connection on it and just the love for skateboarding that we have together, I think it's a beautiful fit. And he's a huge Dipset fan, so we got some Dipset logos coming out. If anybody from the East Coast, anybody who's not from the East Coast, look up Diplomats or Dipset, but that's the logo, so I'm stoked on that.
And where can people find the brand at or get the board?
He's getting the online store going now. It's slow moving for him just because he's fresh, brand new dad. So he's like, his daughter's like 1.5 years old, and he's got a full-time job. He's got his wife, so he's kind of a passion project on this. It's going a little slower, just so he doesn't get stressed out. But he's got some good stuff coming out. So I think he'll have the online store going soon. And then when these boards come in that are coming in soon, you're going to have them at Slappy's Garage, and then East Coast Theory Skate Shop. And if you're a skate shop and want to buy City Hall stuff, hit us up. We're down.
There you go. Hit him up.
Yep. It's good stuff.
DM him. He'll got you.
Send me spots too.
Definitely. And now one last question. What can you say to the upcoming skaters from the East to the West that want to be where you did what you done and where you've been in life? What do you want to say to them? I'm gonna kind of piggyback on Issa's thing here. Be yourself, follow your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do shit, because it is all realistic, and skateboarding is a huge thing, and we do have an industry, and there is a will and a way. And if you stay true to yourself and chase your dreams, don't ever let go of that inner child, and just keep fighting. Stay true to yourself. Get out there, skate. Be kind, don't be a dick, and just show love to everybody, hype everybody up. You'll get it back, and just keep the circle going. The community gets bigger and bigger, your connections get bigger and bigger, and the skateboard shit gets better and better no matter how long you're doing it, dude. So stay with it, stay focused, be nice, and just keep the shit going. So you hear that? Keep the shit going and be nice. That's number one.
It.
Top big letters. Be nice.
Be nice is number one, man. Don't be a dick.
Well, Brendan, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, man. It's an honor.
And it's a wrap for TSM Live Show, Season 9, Episode 5. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. I want to say thank you to Shoots for letting us film this episode. Thank you for our sponsors and making this season happen. Thank you for all of our guests for coming on True Skateboard Mag live show. Tune in next month because we're going to be at Prince Park for a Go Skate Day episode. And I'm going to leave you guys with Sin Dirección.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think?
Perfect.
Easy
I
and
love it.
simple.
Viviendo una guerra interior.